So we're here at sunny New Wine in Shepton Mallet in Somerset, and I've been working with this lovely lady from IJM for the last 11 days or so. It's my last day today, but one of the things which has made me kind of really think about is how important it is that we raise a generation of young social justice warriors, and also how much I kind of think prophetically that might be their calling. So what we're going to do today is just talk to Esther a tiny bit about what she does, the work of IJM, and how young people can get involved. So, go for it, Esther.
Hello. So my name is Esther. I work for International Justice Mission, IJM for short, and we are the largest anti-slavery organisation in the world. So we work on the trenches, in the trenches, finding and rescuing children and families from cases of human trafficking and modern slavery. And it's pretty cool. We work around the world, and we're seeing the most incredible move of God at the moment, with families being set free and whole nations being transformed. And that is starting from the local church, including here in the UK, getting on their knees, praying, and getting involved.
Yes. And we've had a bit of a movement here as well, haven't we, the last couple of weeks, haven't we, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I think what is really cool is we know that God has always been looking to set the captive free, right? But what we're seeing really is the generation coming through at the moment, they already get this justice thing. Like, that is already inbuilt in them. So what we're seeing is to be able to encourage these young people and really give them an outlet for the justice and the activism that is already kind of raising up in the generation. Like, even if you don't know the Jesus behind it, you get why justice is important, right?
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is really connect the dots to help connect people with the mission of God and the heart of Jesus to actually show up and make a difference in the world.
Yeah, amazing. So I think a big part for any young person of stepping out into their calling is taking that leap of faith, isn't it? And you had to take quite a big leap of faith, didn't you, when you came to IJM, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Well, I was a teacher, actually. I was doing a teaching course, and God really interrupted my plans. And to cut a long story short, took fairly a radical change in direction in career. But I guess the challenge that was for me, and I think it's for all of us, is are we prepared to be available for God to interrupt our plans? Yeah. Are we encouraging our young people to be listening to the Spirit of God? And are we encouraging them more than filling our diary and filling our years with plans? Are we encouraging them to be available? Are we judging our success on our obedience? Are we judging are we judging success on our availability? I think so often we judge on how much stuff we've got on our diary rather than how available we are to the purposes of God. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the things which has really kind of challenged me this week, actually, is learning that IJM, they're contracted for an hour a day. Is it an hour a day to pray?
Yeah, so all around the world, several thousand staff, we all are contracted to pray a minimum of an hour a day. So we start off with half an hour on our own, basically seeking God for his wisdom, for his guidance for the day. And then in the afternoon, kind of during the busiest part of the day, when you're at your most productive really, we all down tools and we gather again to pray and to prophesy and to pray for rescues that are going out, to pray for provision and to pray for each other, to help kind of encourage one another, to keep us accountable to one another, to share joys and struggles and challenges. And to be honest, that's what keeps us going for the long haul. We've been talking a lot recently about community and about not seeking to be reckless mavericks that go off on our own, but to doing this journey of justice and this Jesus journey together as community, and that really is like the heartbeat, that sustains justice is community, and doing it together, doing it in prayer, doing it as a team.
Yeah, definitely. That's the body.
100%.
So just give us some highlight statistics for IJM for the last year or so. There's 40 million in slavery at the moment, which is a ridiculous amount, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's more than there have ever been at any point in history before. It's about the size of Canada, roughly, the population. And we're currently at the stage of every minute, 2 more children are sold into slavery. 2 more children every minute. But there is good news. And the good news is we're seeing those statistics flip. So a couple of kind of nations where we've worked a little bit longer, we've seen by rescuing families And then by stopping the criminals, so by prosecuting the criminals, saying to that slave owner, like, this is against the law, you cannot continue. We've seen, we saw in the Philippines over a 79% reduction of trafficking in just 4 years. That's now closer to an 89% reduction a couple of years on. Similar in Cambodia. And yeah, last year we rescued 5,614 people in 1 year. Which is pretty cool. But what gets me excited is when you start seeing whole nations change, and Google IJM in the Philippines or Google IJM in Cambodia, and you can see these incredible stories of the move of God, basically changing the whole state of a nation. It's amazing.
Yeah. So the strap line on, there's a big, massive sort of boards that we've got in the venue. It's about 30 foot, I think. The big line on it is we can end slavery in our lifetime, and I've become more and more convinced over the last week that actually that can happen if everyone kind of plays their part and stuff. So what do you think that young people can do that will help them to kind of to play their part and to actually
Great question. So William Wilberforce back in the day said 3 things were needed to end slavery. First being awareness, and you guys are already making yourself aware, I guess, by even watching this video, but we've got a fab resource for youth called the Justice Sessions, which is a great introduction to what is the biblical call to justice, what are the issues of slavery, and really interactive. So that would be a great place to start in terms of awareness. The second thing that William Wilberforce said was awareness, then money, and I think that is as true as it's ever been. To be able to resource people to go and work with governments and to resource people to be on the ground finding and rescuing is really important. We can be super British about it, but it's the fact of the matter. So I don't know, you might want to challenge your youth. Can you raise a rescue? Can you do it? Can you do a 5k sponsored run and raise a rescue? That would be pretty cool. And the third thing is prayer, and that is the thing we cover above all else is prayer. What was it? Awareness, money, and prayer. And you can sign up to do all 3 of those things, especially the prayer one on the website, on the IJM website, which is ijmuk.org. And get kind of up-to-date prayer needs when we're going on raids and rescues around the world to join a family that are praying.
Yeah, brilliant. One of the things that just reminded me that I was kind of, I had the privilege of seeing a small child essentially convince their parents earlier on in the week to start giving to IJM. I've always went, for my generation, it was kind of recycling, that was the big thing. And Blue Peter always telling us that we needed to educate our own parents on recycling and stuff. And that's something which I reckon that teenagers and kids are probably in a better place to do than a lot of adults, because they're on social media and they know what's going on in the world, and actually partly probably just educating parents as well.
For sure, and I would say jump on YouTube, look up IJM UK, and you'll see a load of amazing stories of what God is doing. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Instagram, and you'll get some up-to-date, really exciting stories of how God is moving and setting captives free around the world.
Yes, and all the links are in the bio. We have this amazing frame here as well,
which you can sign up for here.
Yep.